live in the daytime. Your tarot queen. I hope y'all can join me. I know I'm a few minutes late. The cat that adopted us, Sammy, who was outside, he was just laying up against the house. And I was like, is he dead? And so I kept calling him and he never would answer or move. Finally, I saw him move his head. And so I went out and picked him up. And he never has let me pick him up. Not one time has he let me pick him up. But he did. I carried him in and he's laying in there on the couch. I hope he's okay. Or I hope if it's his time to go, he's not suffering. But he's on the couch in the cool, so I thought maybe he just got overheated or something. I don't know. We shall see. So I hope people didn't give up on me and think I wasn't coming on live. I hope everybody's doing well. I can't even get myself situated. I don't know what's wrong with me today. But hi, Eleanor. It's good to see you. I hope Gina T can join us. And my friend Charles's birthday is tomorrow, and he's going out with his sister. Well, I call him my brother too. So they're going out to celebrate his birthday. Anyway, so he won't be joining us, but hopefully other people can. And let me see. We'll see if I can't get this to work so I can see writing without squinting. We'll see if it works for me. I don't know. I hope so. I don't know if you got to hear what I was saying about the kitty, the one that adopted us, the mean one, Sammy. He was laying up against the house and he wasn't moving. And I called his name and kind of, jiggled the ground a little bit, and he didn't move. Normally he's up, and he looked kind of like he was sitting in a weird way, and I don't know, he just didn't look right. So I hope he's okay, but he did let me pick him up, and that cat has never let me pick him up. So I put him on the couch in here in the cool, so hopefully he's comfortable anyway. He's not moving. He's not letting the other kitties get him. So I don't know. I just don't know. Well, Hi, Danny. Danny's World. I hope you're doing good. Hi, Alexa. I hope everybody is enjoying their day. I was just telling Eleanor about my adopted cat, or the one that adopted us. HRU. I don't know what that means, but how are you? I'm good. I'm good. I hope you're good. I hope everybody's good, actually. Sometimes I don't get the at the moment or how are you, or sometimes I don't get it. And Grandma, you're too old for this. I am? Probably. And thanks for calling me Grandma. I don't know if I am your grandma or not. I guess I might be. I don't know. I do have a granddaughter. It ain't worrying me none. It ain't worrying me none. She can call me old if she wants to. I'm on a higher level. That's the way I look at it. So, I mean, it's like, whatever. You can call me old if you want to. Because I don't care. I don't care. Let's see if if I can find me live on here. Hi, Gina T. It's really good to see you. Oh, don't be sorry. I didn't take any offense, Skeeter. It's okay. It's really good to see you, Gina T. Um, we were talking about you the other day. I hope your ears weren't burning too bad. It was all good, though. So, you know, it was all good. It was all good. So, anyway, I hope everybody's doing good. Anybody got a question for me today? We're going to use the Grand Lux. We were also talking about this deck the other day. And I like this deck. You can't really tell whether it's upside down or not, which I like it. It does have a border around it, which I don't like. I really like the card to go all the way to the end, but it's really a pretty deck and it's very colorful. So if you like colors, it's a pretty deck. Let's see. I should rest and let my family take care of me. Should. I just can't. My husband's a quad, so I can't do that. I gotta take care of him, so that's too funny. What's my favorite card? Alexis. Alex. My favorite card is not the Empress, the High Priestess, because she listens to her intuition. So that's my favorite card in the whole deck. And I like the Sun card too, because that talks about opportunities. My favorite deck, of course, is the Old Path, which I have a lot of decks. And I like to use a lot of different decks. Really? Yep, that's my favorite card. And the Sun. Those are my two favorites. So does anybody else have a question? Anybody have a question for me today? Other than I should rest and let my family take care of me. And I hope everybody got their sun kissed. I got mine. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Eleanor. I appreciate all you do, actually. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. Oh, you got a sun drop? I like sun drops. I like sun kiss better, but I remember those. They're kind of like Mountain Dews, only better. I'm not a big Pepsi fan, I guess. But so I had this crazy dream last night that Donald Trump fell into the recliner wherever we were. I can't remember where I was or don't recognize where I was. It wasn't my recliner, thank goodness. But his head was where your feet go. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And his left hand was really blue. And I was like, are you okay? And then I woke up. It was kind of short. So I was like, I'm wondering if there's something really, really wrong with the man. Yeah, I'm wondering. I don't know if you're from the USA or not, Alex or Alexis. Well, I don't know. Depends on how you look at things. I was just like, are you okay? And then I woke up. So I don't know if he was okay or not. Oh, okay. Good. So I didn't know if you knew who Donald Trump was or not, but Interesting. Photo of the man's hand, black and blue, late last night. Where? Where was that photo at? It was blue in my dream. I mean, it was definitely blue. I think he is not well. He's not doing well. Yeah. And now my cat, the adopted cat, I don't know if he's doing well either. And he's orange. So, I don't know. You'd think I'd be orange as much Sunkist as I drank. But where was the photo, Eleanor? Let's see. Let me ask the cards. I mean, these two are wanting to come out. You know, it's been on my mind since I woke up. So maybe first I'll ask if my cat's okay, or the cat that adopted me is okay. Yes, he is a ginger. And then my daughter has another ginger cat. She's a girl. This one we call Sammy. He was our neighbor's cat who he just never wanted to go home. So I'm gonna ask, my cat's gonna be all right. I hope he is. I hope he was just overheated. I tried to give him some water, but I think this is what it's gonna tell me. I think he's happy I picked him up. Huh. Wow, interesting. That's really weird. The cat, I think he's happy that I picked him up. He used to never let me pick him up. He would tear me to pieces. And he'd let me pick him up and carry him in the house. And I tried to give him some water, even with my finger putting it in his mouth, but he didn't take it. But I think he's happy. The Emperor. I think he's tired. He's an older cat, so I think he's probably ready to go. I'm gonna miss him fussing at me, but I think he's ready to go. And then I've got the Seven of Swords reverse, and this says he's not planning on sticking around too much longer. You know. So let's see. That was June. That Trump was upside down on a lounger. Suggests he was reclined on a hospital bed. No, my dream. Yeah. Let's read on that. Let's see what's going on with his health. I mean, if it's his time to go, I want him to go too. You know, gosh, I really don't like the man. But, you know, I was hoping he would have a chance to redeem himself before he went to the other side, but some people don't get to, I guess. Where's that one? Let's think about it. Ooh. Oh, I didn't put those cards. Oh, they're trying to tell me those are for Trump too. Huh. Let me see. I didn't put them in correctly. I think they have a different meaning for the orange man. I like Joe Biden. I do. I always have. He stuck up for the veterans of America, where Trump called them suckers and losers. And I just lost a very good friend of mine that fought in the Vietnam War, and it was a paraplegic since he was 21 years old, and he just died at 77. And I don't consider him a loser. because he got injured. At least he fought. So I would say I'm Team Joe, Team Kamala, Team anybody but Trump, if you need to know. And I'm yeah. And then to call John McClane a loser because he was a POW. I mean, and then make fun of the reporter that was handicapped. What kind of man does that? What kind of person does that? I mean, let's see how his health is doing. I don't want to I don't want to get mad, you guys. There's enough sadness in this world without creating more. So let's see. What are all of these cards saying about Mr. Okay, this is enough. Okay, it says enough. I think that Trump's whatever's going on with his mind and his body, I think he will find peace on the other side and get to see things a little differently than he does right now. For entertainment purposes only. I wouldn't want anybody to think I put a hex on him or something. He is fighting it. He is fighting it very much. He's being stubborn and fighting it. He doesn't want to leave his kingdom. He doesn't want to leave his followers behind. And he just definitely doesn't want to meet the two senators that got, or the senator and his wife that got killed because of his rhetoric. And anyway, he is fighting it. He's being stubborn and trying to hold on to it. This is a tourist type card. And then here is my Two of Wands, which, here's my harmony, that rainbowish color thing going on. And this talks about, he'll get to reunite with some of, hi, Maureen, hi. He'll get to reunite with his dad or his whoever. Whoever's on the other side there, he'll get to reunite with them. His brother, though he might be going to a different plane than they're on. But yeah, he's definitely got some stuff going on. He doesn't need to tweak his plane anymore. It's already tweaked out. And he also got the Emperor. Aw, we're glad you're spending it with us too. I enjoy you commenting on my channel all the time. I appreciate all the comments and all the things that people say on my channel, and I appreciate the contributions and the likes and the views and the sharing and being kind. I appreciate that so much. I really, really do. And, he's acting like a little spoiled child, of course. And, there's not a lot of love around the man. There's not. And it kind of makes you sad in a way, kind of makes you feel sorry in a way. But, I mean, he's brought a lot of this stuff on himself by the way he treats other people. And, people are humans, their souls living in a human body just like him. And he can't, I don't know if anybody ever saw the movie Ghost, but I really feel like if there's those types of entities, he's not going to get to see the light. He's going to see the dark ones because of the way he acted this lifetime. Be careful what you do. Try to be kind if you can. Try to be the best you can be. And I think his health is declining rapidly. It's not a slow moving thing. Whatever's going on with him, it's going on quickly and harshly. So I hope you're still there, Gina. uh, and it's good to see Maureen as always. And it's good to see Gina and Eleanor as always. And Eleanor made this quilt behind me right here. And as soon as we reach 2,500 subscribers, I'm going to get Lily, my other cat, to pull a name out of that bowl. Let's see and see who wins it. You know, last time she was like, I did a little short on that where she was pulling stuff out and spit them out. It was so funny. It was so cute. I guess Terry underscore 2.0 is the one she pulled out, and then two others, Bev, somebody, and the lady who bought Paula, who bought my pendulum, my rose quartz pendulum from me, which is cool. Which brings me to some more exciting news. I have 2 t-shirts that I have designed. I'm going to advertise them here on YouTube, and I will be wearing them. And you can see what they look like when I get them. So I got to still figure out how to put the little thing on the bottom so you can buy some of my merchandise on the bottom of the YouTube channel. So I'm really trying, guys, and I hope that you guys are all with me and stay with me, stay with this community, and let's try to spread some love around the world. And let's see how we can do that. You want to ask that question, how we can, you know, counteract the negative with the positive. And and don't forget about self-talk Tuesdays, which will be on Tuesday. I'm just going to be doing some self-talk, like what you can say when you talk to yourself, like about weight or health or money or being motivated, being creative, being more creative, you know, getting more friends if that's what you want, you know, or getting some peace if that's what you want. So that'll be on Tuesdays. It won't necessarily be a reading. It'll be kind of like a script for me to tell you or give you suggestions on things you could say to yourself that are very positive and more upbeat than beating yourself up all the time saying you can't. I mean, in your lifetime, you've been told no 1,010 times. So let's see. So we were going to just see how we can be counteracting the negative with positives. Let's see what the cards have to say about that. Let's go, universe. I don't know if people can see me shuffling them or not. I hope you can. Oh, and then Sunday is our horoscope Sunday. I do all 12 horoscopes with the suggestion of Gina T. So if anybody has any suggestions on what they would like me to read about, that would be great. I'm open to suggestions. Always. I guess Skeeter took off. Couldn't get to me, so he took off. Kill him with kindness, they always say, right? Oh, good. I'm glad. You know, it's like, I cannot get comfortable in this chair today. Anyway, I guess I got ants in my pants. I don't know. But, combating the negative. How are we supposed to do that in this day and time? No? Okay. Combating the negative. Let's see. Like that. Oh, I'm glad you guys enjoy that. I think it's fun and it's interesting. You know, it doesn't take me 12 days to get through the whole horoscope. I can get it done in one day, and it's like 4 a week. So how can we, as a collective community, be more positive, um, and combat all this negativity in the world today? Um, I'll have to tell you that in a minute. Maybe I'll do a reading on that next. But how can we do that? Let's see. So, how do you want to say, universe, on that? We're going to shuffle it one more time. Very pretty day here in Tennessee. Hot, but pretty. Very hot. Okay, that's done. All right. Take a vacation. Yeah, it's done with this. This says, you know, you got to know where the rocks are so you can avoid them. You know, sometimes when you're listening to the news and it's really dragging you down or making you feel hopeless or something, yeah, it's hot here too. Wow, I bet. Wow. Yeah, Minnesota, I feel sorry for you guys. You guys have had some gun violence there, which is something I want to talk about in just a little bit. But how can we combat all this negativity? Is one, know what to avoid, you know, to where you don't get yourself down in a dumps or yourself negative, because you cannot combat negativity if you're negative. So you have to be more aware of how you're feeling before you present yourself in any situation, negative or positive, I guess. But then it says, let's see what else we got. You have to be conscious of your words. You know, a lot of times people think, like Skeeter up there said, "Oh, you're too old to be doing this, Grandma." Uh, you thought it hurt my feelings, but it didn't. I am proud of the age I am. I am proud of all the things I've accomplished. So you have to be careful of your words. I mean, that might have hurt somebody's feelings. Luckily, I'm not one of those, you know. I'm very proud of who I am and how I do things. So you have to make your awareness known and not let words hurt you, and know where your inner strength comes from. You know that you have it. It's in there. And you can decide to let that hurt your feelings or let it be like, yeah, I'm on a great level. Yeah, I've leveled up. Sure have. So, you know. And then, you know, take action where your passion is concerned. If you are passionate about helping people eat, well, then go donate at a food bank, or, you know, bag up the groceries at the food bank, whatever you can do, or make a little community that gives food to the needy. Like, put everybody that you know that needs something in a hat, and y'all put like $5 in every week or every time you meet, and then you, at the end of that 5 days, somebody pulls a name out of the hat or bowl, in my case, and you donate some food to them, or donate some clothing, or donate something that you know that they need, especially around the holidays, and let people feel that joy. I mean, I wish we could do it always, but money is tight and food is expensive. It really is. I mean, I have released a lot of weight because of that. So I hope not to find it. That's for sure. And then it says, you know, to rule your kingdom, your own kingdom, not everybody else's kingdom, with fairness. Be fair. Be fair to yourself, be fair to others. Don't let people keep taking from you and not replenishing your soul. That is a big thing, because when we're watching the news, all we're hearing is blah, 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 blah. This is happening, that's happening, blah, blah, blah. This is, it's just terrible. So sometimes you need to unplug. You need to just not watch the news and watch something fun or something funny that makes you laugh and makes you feel better about you. And be fair to yourself. You deserve those. And you don't deserve people to bring you down. You can't allow that. You can't allow uh, rulers to take control. You are in control of yourself. You are in control of your own decisions. I don't blame you, Maureen. I try not to. And follow your intuition, it says. Follow it. Listen to what is burdening your heart. And if it's burdening your heart, take action against it. Take action, do something about it. Like, I went to the No Kings protest because I don't want a king. I don't want to be controlled by someone, especially somebody that's as orange as my sun-kissed. I don't want that. I don't want it at all. So therefore, listen to your intuition, listen to it, and follow it. Which happens to be my favorite card, somebody asked. And try hard to clean up the spilled milk. Try to not look in that rearview mirror all the time. Try to look in your windshield and look for the future. And there's a song, it's by Ice Water Mansion. It's called Children of Tomorrow. And I really suggest everybody listen to that, because this was in the 80s and they were singing this, and it fits so much today that it is uncanny. But I think I really wish I would have had it at the protest, because I would have played it. So if you get a chance to listen to that song, it's called Children of Tomorrow, and it is from by Ice Water Mansion, and it's Time Out of Mind. Time Out of Mind is the name of the album. And it's really old. And they were like not a mainstream band, which I really liked. I knew them. I followed them around for a little while. But, it was fun. And they recognized me everywhere they went. They're from upstate New York, in case anybody wants to know or wants to check them out. I don't think they do a lot of touring these days, but you never know. The last one is to do multiple things. Do things that make you happy. Do things that bring you joy. Like Eleanor quilts to help with stress relief. And, I think that's pretty awesome that she quilts. And then she gives away her quilts. Like, she has made this beautiful one back here, and it is going out to the world as soon as I reach 2,500 subscribers. Somebody's going to be very lucky and very happy. So that's how we get to combat the negative, is to do things that we feel like is right, stand up for who we feel like we should stand up to, and do things that give us joy, that bring joy into our life. And not just the cat joy, but joy. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about was gun violence. We need, I believe we need and this is June talking, not the cards, we need some sort of gun reform in this country. And people are always quick to say, well, that's my Second Amendment. Yeah, your Second Amendment is to own a gun. But if you're mentally unstable, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe that right should be taken away from you if you're mentally unstable. And I think we need more mental awareness in this country, anyway, or in the world. Maybe we need more mental awareness, more mental capability. Wonderful. And that brings you joy, I'm sure, when you can make a cool card and uh and people really like what you had to say on it. I I love that. I think that's awesome, Maureen. I really love that. I do. I like to read cards. I like to make things too. But mostly it's read cards that brings me so much joy. And it brings me so much joy to know that I've helped, someone out there somewhere. Yeah, some common sense gun reform. Me too, girl. Me too. Me too. Me too. Let's see what we can. Let's see what we can do positively about. Let's. I know how the people in Minnesota happen to be feeling about that senator and then the speaker that had gotten hurt. The senator, and I think the senator was in the hospital and the speaker got killed, if I'm correct on that, by a lunatic with a gun. And it didn't matter whether he was Republican or Democrat or independent or anything. He was not mentally stable in the head. And that was the deal. It wasn't that he was a Republican, he was just shooting all the Democrats because Donald Trump told him to. He had no. I was talking about a little while ago that you have a choice. If Donald Trump told me to go stand out in the middle of the road, I'd tell him to kiss my ass. I mean, my butt. But, or anybody that said, if you stand out in the middle of the road until you get hit, I'd be like, you crazy. I ain't doing that. I have a choice. So this guy, he had a choice. He could have not done that, but he didn't. He wasn't right in the head. He wasn't right. Governor is taking gun reform too. We need it. Hi, Sanjay. I hope you're doing good. I hope everybody is doing well. If anybody else has a question for me, please feel free to ask it. I will be glad to answer it. I think this is going to be talking about some gun control or mental illness is what this is going to be talking about. I think it was that. I better take that one too. This Grand Lux is kind of a thick deck, so it's really kind of hard to get them to shuffle really good. But I don't use them a lot. I've given some tarot classes, and I've given a couple of these decks away to some students. Please predict. What would you like for me to predict, Sanjay? We have to stand our ground with gun control, y'all. We have to at least reform it. I have a gun, but I'm not going to go kill anybody, but nobody's going to come in here and kill me either. You know what I'm saying? So, I get that, but some people just shouldn't own firearms. of any kind, not even a firecracker or a knife or anything, because they're not mentally stable. So we have to be strong on that. We have to really vote on that and make it really super harder. That was really weird. It's not proper English. Eleanor, you need to help me with my English here. Um, okay, yeah, I can do a reading on Governor Waltz. We'll see what sex that should be interesting. But this is about gun control. So, and if son John wants me to predict something, I don't know what, but anyway, um, we have to be strong. We have to take a stance on mental illness. And we need to, well, anything in America seems to be hard to get anybody to do anything about any kind of health issue, whether it's a mental health or physical health. So we have to be strong and we have to not allow monopolies in our areas, which there is one in Tennessee. It's called Ballad. And this is my religious card, if you will, my Hierophant. And this talks about, um, praying. Pray. I say no. I say send positive energy to the lawmakers that make it um, positive so that people can go enjoy a movie, people can go to school, people can do those things, without fear of some idiot pulling a gun on them or even answer your door. People don't even want to answer their door anymore because they're afraid of what's behind it. Get a peepo, I guess. And then if somebody's dressed up like an officer, then what? You know, do you answer it or do you like, well, what do you want? Have you called for backup, buddy? I don't know. It's talking about sending some positive energy to the lawmakers is what it's talking about. That's what prayer is, in my opinion, is sending positive energy. So, and we have to stand united. We cannot let people divide us. We cannot let politics divide us. We cannot let people divide us. We need to stay strong as a community and stay together. And, the Queen of Swords, that Scorpio type of temperament, let them feel the sting. Like with the protests, they were heard. Protest people were heard loud and clearly. They were heard, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud to be a part of that. I'm very proud that people are standing up for what's right, not just party lines. And we have to take care. We have to take care of our kids to help them grow up to be mentally strong and not crazy, and who's to say what's crazy? Some people might think I'm crazy, but, and, I just, yes, that's a good idea, Maureen. I like that. Because nobody, we don't know what's by our door. And people can pretend to be a lot of things that they're not, and they can pretend to be sane and they're not, like what's living in the White House. Not sane. They're not doing sane things. So you have to take care of yourself and your children and try to teach them how to be mentally capable. And sometimes it is a chemical deficiency in the person's brain, but they can get treatment for that. They can get treatment for that. So we have to learn to diagnose it correctly. Yeah, and then you have the action sword, and be determined. Be determined to seek the answers. Like when you meet somebody for the first time, don't just believe what they say. Watch what they do. Some people are really good at hiding crazy. They're really good at hiding crazy. I have met a few of them in my day, and They are very good at hiding crazy, y'all. I'm not even playing. So you got to watch what they're doing, not just what they're saying. And any therapist or mental health expert, you know, of course they're going to do studies on the brain. Of course they're going to ask questions. Of course they're going to dig a little deeper. But we, as a human race, needs to pay attention and watch and help if we can. You know, sometimes somebody just needs a person to talk to. I remember I had a reading one time, it was a long time ago, and the gentleman had told me he wanted to kill his father. And I was like, what? Why would you want to do that? I said, that's not going to do nothing but get you in trouble. You know, we did a reading on it, and I can't remember what all was said, but he wrote me a letter years later saying that I had stopped him and I had truly helped him to see that his way of thinking was taking him down a very dark path, and he appreciated me. So that made me feel really good. But that was a long, long time ago. But we do need to take action, and we do need to stand strong, and we need to take swift action, especially with what's in the White House. And we shouldn't celebrate until we do. We shouldn't celebrate until we do. And then we get to celebrate. When there are stricter laws on mental capability than just a 3-day wait to make sure you don't have a criminal background. It's weird. Crazy. So, I guess on to Eleanor's thing, because I don't think Sanjay ever said what they wanted me to predict or what they wanted the cards to predict. I ain't predicting nothing. It's all coming from in here or from spirit or universe or whatever you want to call it. So let's see. Governor Walz. Wow. Yeah. You know, they were saying, oh, you know, Governor Walz appointed him, the guy that pretended like the cop and shot the senator and the speaker and their spouses. About the future, what else we all need. Where are you from, Sanjay? It's a very cool name. I like it. What else do we need? Well, we need health care, decent health care, and we don't need the big, beautiful bill to cut it. India, you guys have some really smart people in India. I mean, you guys have some amazing minds, doctor-ish minds in India, and you guys come up with some really good ways to help each other. So I think that your country is doing a lot better health-wise than ours. Although as far as mental capacity, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But let's talk about Governor Walz for a minute. I think we all need to be more positive, is what the cards were saying a little bit ago, that we all need to try to send positivity out into the world and instead of negativity. If you can be positive, choose positivity. If you can choose to be negative or positive, be positive. You know, be kind instead of mean. And it's nothing but a choice, and it's your choice to make. So, Governor Walz, let's see what's going on with the Walster. Oh, he got 3 right there. I think that might be what he's... Is that it about Governor Walz? And he is Minnesota, is he not, Governor Walz? I know he used to be a teacher, and teachers are very knowledgeable. and they can see whether a child is developing mentally the way they should or not, and they should have the compassion to help or step aside or do something. I guess that's it for Governor Wells. Let's see. Um, you know, the man, in this card's opinion, he knows what the real deal is. You know, he knows who's being full of crap and who is not. And he chooses to listen to those who um, he 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 knows who he is trying to reach, and he's trying to reach everybody in a sensible way. And he has seen some things in his life that made him be this positive coach like that he is. And when you hear him talk, you can hear the joy come out of his mouth. You can hear his excitement about being positive and about being kind and helping one another. You can hear it. He does not get depressed over the little stuff. He's like, no, that's behind me. I'm moving forward. I choose to be positive. I choose to do what I'm doing. I'm not made to do what I'm doing. Right now, yeah, he got a punch in the gut with what happened in his state, but he chooses to be positive. I bet you $1 to a donut, or $3 to a donut now. But anyway, I bet you he is with them and has talked to them and is seeing how or what their family needs. I'll bet you he's there. He's visited. And I'll bet you he has offered a helping hand. And, you know, all you got to do is ask. All you got to do is ask, and you shall receive. And sometimes, you know, people don't know what to ask. Like when Kevin first had his accident, they would say, well, what do you need, June? What do you need? Well, I didn't know what I needed. So I'm like, I don't know, you know. And, you know, people just expect you to know things, but you don't. And sometimes he doesn't know either. He doesn't have all the answers, but he's willing to work towards them. You know, he's willing to put his face out there and his coaching abilities and his talent out there to try. You know, we got to give him that. All the town halls, him and AOL did, or AOC, is that her name? Those two. They went out there and did some town halls, and as far as I know, they're still doing those. And where the Republicans don't even want to do it because they don't want to face their people. But he's not afraid to face them. He's not. He's not afraid to say, okay, ask me the tough questions. I'll try to find the tough answer. You know, but he's not afraid. He is not afraid, and I'm thankful that he's not afraid. Now, yeah, there's been a traumatic loss in his state. So yes, he feels it. Don't get me wrong. He's not like, oh well, it's their time to go. I guess it's their time to go. But he feels it, and he feels sorrow, and he feels the pain that their family is going through on this senseless act of violence. And this is not the only one. There have been so many senseless acts of violence. And it's all because of mental health issues that people have said, oh, guns don't kill people. Well, the people pulling the trigger on the gun do. And we need to fix that. And I think that he is going to be speaking about this very soon, if he hasn't already. I think that he is going to be talking about, people don't have a right to take something that isn't theirs, whether it's a life, whether it is a piece of gum, whether it's somebody else's sun kiss. They don't have that right. And they damn sure don't have a right to take somebody's life. All the people it affects, all the people, even the people who don't even know them, it affects them. And I'm sure he is feeling things, and I'm sure he is going to take a stand on this, and he is going to speak about it. And I hope people listen. I hope government listens. I hope that, or I pray, or I send positive energy that the world will unite and stop this nonsense before it just totally disintegrates the whole earth with all of us in it. I do think the man does need to rest some. He's a busy feller, and he's not a spring chicken either. But at least he has a lot of energy, and at least he puts himself out there. And but everybody needs a break, and especially when he got the punch in the gut with what happened in his state. I mean, everybody, if you've had something tragic happen in your state or in your area, it's hard. It's hard, and it's hard to get out of that. But you have to. You have to protect yourself and to protect your family. You have to. But he does need to get a little bit of sleep because he's running on fumes. And then again, I think that the man puts his money where his mouth is. He puts his passion out there for the world to see. And I think we need more Governor Tim Walz's. We need more of those. We need the truth, not something sugar-coated or not something that makes us all pull our hair out. We need the truth. We need hope. And I think that he gives it. And I think that he has passion in doing that. He has passion in informing people. He has passion and abilities that he uses to send the positive, to be the best him he can be, and try to make his surrounding be the best surroundings he can be in. So that's my take on Governor Walz, or Spirit's take, Universe's take, if you will. So, anybody else have anything they would like to ask Universe or me, or just, anybody else out there in YouTube world watching, listening? I hope so. I hope y'all listening. So let's see. Gina T, you got a question? How's things going with you, Gina T? Sanjay was hoping for a read on himself or their self personally. He wants a read on himself. I'm glad you're okay. That makes my heart happy. And thanks for the tips on the t-shirts. I've got some coming. I don't know if you got to hear that or not, but I got some coming, so I'm excited about it. So was he wanting like a situational, I wonder? Or she it I don't know if they were male or female, and I apologize if I'm getting that wrong. Are they still on there? Sanjay, are you still on there? Oh, you're a Mel. Okay, thank you. Um, how are the things in India? Is that what you were asking, Sanjay? I hope I'm saying your name right and I'm not butchering it. He'll sleep when he's dead. Yeah, well, he still needs to get some rest. Tell him June said he needs to get some rest if you happen to go to the town hall where he's at. Tell him he needs to get some rest. Sometime. So you want to know how things are going to go in India? Well, let's see what universe has to say about how things are going in India. I don't know what part of India, but maybe universe knows. Oh, you're asking for a personal read. So you want a situational reading? Oh, thank you. I like Governor Waltz. I really do. I know the universe does too. He puts some good out in the world. He really does. So a situational reading for Sanjay. Let's see what's happening with Sanjay. Personal reading for Sanjay. Now I'm gonna do these a little differently because I do these like you're sitting right across the table from me, and if you could tell me when to stop, and you would. But normally I pull right from the top of the deck, and I don't shuffle them like I just did with the Governor Waltz situation. Aw, thank you, Eleanor. I appreciate that. I like my situational readings. I developed this spread myself. And what it is, I'm going to try to think about Sanjay here. Oh, there's a motorcycle going. I was like, what is that? There's a little motorcycle going by. It was loud. Sanjay. Situation for Sanjay. Okay. Something's telling me to cut it, Sanjay, so I'm going to cut the deck. All right. So what a situational reading is it'll tell a situation. And it kind of gets a little vague, so you will know what the situation is, and other people may or may not understand what's going on. But then it'll give you an enemy, it'll give you an ally. Those are the things that's working for or against you on this situation. And then it'll give you a lot of people like to call it outcome. I call it a course of action to take to help or to make the situation even better if it's going good. Good deal. Thanks, Maureen. Thanks for tuning in and being with us and being strong in our community. I appreciate you. And tell the grad I said, congrats. So this is for Sanjay. I think that you get some brownie points. You're smart, and people give you the pats on the back for being smart. And your situation is, you don't really do it to get those acclimates, but it's nice to hear them. So I say, if I had to stop right here, I would say, you keep doing you. You do the best you can do, and you're going to go far. You're going to go real far. So keep doing you. What's working against you is you don't celebrate enough. You don't allow yourself the freedom to enjoy your accomplishments. You're like, on to the next, on to the next. Well, enjoy those thank yous, those pats on the back. A lot of people don't get them, and they deserve them, and you do, and you deserve them too. So enjoy them. Enjoy them. This is saying you don't really feel like you have time, or you're just doing it out of the kindness of your heart, and that you don't really deserve a pat on the back. That's not true. That's not true. You do deserve a pat on the back. And what's working for you is you have a lot of really old school ideals that you bring to the forefront. And that really works for you because, like medicine, it's a lost art. Now it's all chemically made, and it's a lost art form. And I think that you yourself bring a lot of those old family traditions or those old remedies up back into the spotlight. And it helps people. It helps people. Hi, Janie. I hope you're doing well in Norway. I like Norway. I've never been there, but I like the people from there. They're in Sweden. Anyway, so it's saying that you're bringing these, Sanjay, you're bringing these old ideals to the forefront. And I think that's awesome. I think a lot of tradition gets lost. And some of those things were really beautiful things. And they helped a lot of people, a lot of people. Um, so that works for you. And then what you need to do to maybe accept those acclimates is you got the Emperor. It's a major arcana. This is your only major arcana. And it says that your best course of action is to be fair. Hi, Heidi. Hope you're well. I hope you're well. And Sanjay, this says that you need to be fair to yourself too. And you need to allow yourself those awards because you deserve them. You worked hard pulling these old ideals out of dusty old shelves or dusty old boxes and bringing them to the forefront. I think that you deserve this, and you need to be fair to yourself too. You're not being fair to yourself. So your best course of action, my friend, is be fair to yourself. So that's it for Sanjay. And I usually do a last card to make sure I've said everything I am going to. So I'm going to do that right now for Sanjay. You're heading to Paris, I hope, for fun. I hope you're heading to Paris for fun, Heidi. Of course, of course. I'm going to do this last card for Sanjay. Do you want one today, Jenny? Janny? I'm terrible with names, I guess. No, I'm not terrible with names. I'm just not very good at pronouncing them. But I'm working on it. Woo, woo. Okay, this is for you, Sanjay. And sometimes you got to take a break too. Sometimes you just need to take a break. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that. That you're singing with the choir. That's awesome. Have fun. Record it. I'd like to hear it. That'd be fun. That'd be something nice to play on the timeline, wouldn't it? Yeah, record it. I mean, I'd just like to hear it for myself. But anyway, Sanjay, your last card was about resting. Take a break every now and again. Do something just for you. Okay, and let's see. That'll be fun. I would really super. You're gonna sing a solo. Ooh. Get somebody in the audience to record that. Even if it's on audio, I would love to hear it. Yeah. I think music is such a soothing way to soothe the soul. And one of my favorite religious hymns was Amazing Grace. And when Holly was little, I used to sing it to her. and she would stop crying. Probably because she wanted me to shut up, but she she still likes that song till this day. But yeah, if she was crying a lot, I would sing that to her, and she would hush. But yeah, I'll get to you right now, Janie, and I will put you on the list to do another one for like when I'm doing readings uh, on my channel. Like I do a shout out or bonus, and I like to do those and uh, give people back a little bit, not necessarily of their time, because I appreciate you watching me with your time when you have time. And I appreciate everybody's help and contributions to my channel. And God bless you too. Um, oh, thank you. That's sweet. I'm glad you came back for a second round of June Live on Saturday. But anyways, let me uh, do Jenny. And I'm gonna put her on the list too. So if anybody wants me to give them a shout out, please uh, let me know, and I will put you on the list to do a special reading for you. Not just a card, but a special reading, a situational reading for you. And it'll be, live. Hope you don't care about that. Or not necessarily live, but it'll be out there. But this is definitely for Janine. Or Jenny. Anyway, this talks about this is a major arcana card. And this is talking about you're not naive. And some people might think you are, but you're not. You know exactly what you're doing. And I think that's awesome. And this one just kind of popped out when I was thinking about you. So this isn't really part of your situational reading unless it comes out again. So I'm going to shuffle again and think about Janine here. Jan, I don't know. I'm not saying it right. Jan. I'm just going to call you Jan. Hope you don't mind. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I had a very good friend named Jan. She passed away not too awful long ago. Well, about a year ago. This is for Jan. What does the universe want to say to her? What does the universe want to say? Okay. Okay, the first one, your situation is you're not naive. We already established that. Oh, Jane. Tarzan and Jane. I love it. Okay, Jane, not Jan. Okay. That was just two ends. So, no. Okay, so, okay, Jane, which I like because a lot of people call me Jane instead of June, which is close. So I'll give it to them. But it talks about you're not standing your ground. You're kind of letting people think what they want. And sometimes you let people change your mind and you don't really want to. You just agree. Okay, fine, fine, fine. I can see you now going, fine, whatever, fine. But it's talking about standing your ground. And I think that you need to stand your ground. Let's see what your enemy position is when it comes to that. And it's family mostly. It's your family that is causing you to not stand your ground. What works against you is, you love your people. And you love these people that are disagreeing with you in a strong manner. You love them. And it's hard to like tell somebody you love them, like Holly and I, it's like I'm not doing her any justice if I don't let her stand on her own feet. These people are not doing you any justice, even though they love you and you love them. But you've got to decide what is best for you and not allow them to dictate what is best for you. So, what works for you? What's in your ally position? And this is the ask card. Ask and you shall receive. I think that if you would ask like you already got it, and sometimes you just gotta say, hide and watch me. Hide and watch me succeed. And do it. You can say fine, whatever, and then go do it. And say, see, I told you this is gonna work. You just didn't want to hear me. And sometimes you just need to do what you got to do. And I think you need to ask universe to help you with them. Send them positive energy, show them that it's a good ideal or it's a good way to be. Get your facts. Show them your facts. And if they don't want to listen, hey, that's their loss. But you need to stand up for you. You know what's right. You're not naive. You're not stupid. You are a bright bulb. You are a sharp knife in the drawer. So come on, ask like you already got it. What you need to do about it, because that works in your ally position. And sometimes you don't even, I think what this is trying to say is you don't even ask them for their opinion. They're just demanding you do things the way they want you to do things instead of the way you want to do things. So yeah. And your best course of action, and it's a 10 of cups and it's upside down. And it talks about, a lot of people say this is the end of a cycle and this is a creative or money card. And it is. It's a pentacle. And it's the 10 of pentacles. It's like, okay, you're doing the best you can do. But if you notice, this is upside down. So you're not putting your ideals in the jar to where they're not falling out. You're putting it out there and you're saying, but you're not saying like you already got it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of, turn this card this way and not necessarily save your ideals or save your money or save your time. You can't get any time back. So you might as well do with what you can do with what you got. So I say that, start taking your ideals and running with your ideals the way you see fit, not the way somebody else sees fit for you to do it. That's what universe is telling you for today. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me do this last card thing that I always do when I do a situation, when I do any reading for that matter. I always do a last card to make sure that I've said everything I'm supposed to that person. So, and sometimes it doesn't make a bit of sense to me and I feel like I'm just rambling, but I hope it makes sense to the person I'm trying to read. And this I usually will, unless it flies out like it did for Sanjay from India. All right, it's this one. Sometimes you're up against a wall. And this is also a 10, and it's a 10 of swords. It also says, people kill me. they can be so negative when you're trying to do the best you can do. And some people are very sneaky and can be undermining what you're doing. And they know what you're doing is a good thing, but they're trying to undermine it. It's like it's like a Trump in the White House. And there's another one that I saw bereaved. And it's also, this is a major. So if you take anything away from this, is like, a lot of people just seem naturally lucky, like things just come to them and they, don't really have to work hard at it. But you don't know that. You don't know that. You make your own luck. You really do. You really make your own luck. And it's your choice, yours, and only yours, to either choose to be lucky or choose to be unlucky. I say choose to be lucky. So turn this card around. Choose to be lucky. Spin that wheel. Okay? Oh, good. I know you try your best. And you know what? That's all anybody can ask of you. I can't ask you to do anything that you can't do. I mean, you'd be like, what? You want me to run for president? Okay. Okay, I'll run for president. June for president. Let's start a campaign. Yeah, I was thinking about fundraising, and I can't even get the fundraiser for the bed up and off the ground. Now, I did do a GoFundMe, but they take like a big chunk of your fundraising money, which is fine, because they advertise and they deserve some, but yeah, you're trying to do it so that you can get the things you need. And that's what kills me about the healthcare system in America these days. It's like they don't want to help the mental, they don't want to help the handicapped, they don't want to help people who just had an accident. They don't want to do anything. It's like they want to take away their rights, their fundamental rights, to vote, to speak. And then when it's just like, and it's like they don't even care. People in the health field don't even care. The majority of them don't even care anymore. Oh, do you not have an insurance? Well, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Oh, we don't take that insurance. Then what's a person supposed to do? If they can't make the money to pay for it themselves, what are they supposed to do? I do not like the healthcare system in the United States right now. It sucks. It sucks. But only thing we can do is vote those who vote that in out. And we can do it. We can all stand together and be a collective voice for each other and for the world to see that, well, no, we're going to help each other, whether they like it or not. That's exactly what a person's supposed to do, is vote them out. Let's vote them out, guys. That's right, Eleanor. You're correct. Let's vote them out. Let's all stand together in a collective voice and let us be heard. And let us do it positively, like Governor Walz. Let's just do it positively. We don't have to be negative. We don't have to make fun of somebody or be mean about stuff like Marjorie Taylor Greene, And we don't have to talk over anybody. We can let her scream till she's blue in the face and lose her voice. That's cool. Do it. Do it, Marge. Hats off. Lose your voice. I would like to put earplugs in when she's speaking. So she makes no sense at all. To me, maybe I'm just not picking up what she's laying down. I don't know. I don't think I want to pick it up, though. Sounds nasty. So, anybody else got anything? Want to talk about anything? Or are we done for the day? Well, universe says it's not done for the day. I might be done for the day, but universe says I ain't done for the day. Oh, this reminds me of that dream I had. I think we had a Republican on here earlier. But yeah, that dream was intense. I think uh, Trump's not doing well. Oh, thank you. I'm happy you found me too, and I'm happy I found you too. And I'm happy that you're a part of our community. I love our little community we're building here. And as soon as we reach that 2,500 subscribers, guys, we're going to give away this quote that was made by the talented, ever talented Eleanor. So, and it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's so soft to the touch. And she does such wonderful work. I mean, it is beautiful. Okay, Gina would like a one card pull. We can do that, Gina. Okay, universe, what do you got to tell Gina today? What's on your agenda for Gina today, universe? I love me some Gina T. You have really good ideals, Gina T. You really do. That's just June speaking. That I guess the universe thinks the same thing because it gives it to you, right? So, Gina T. Universe, what do you want to say to Gina T? Well, there's your card, Gina. Ah, listen to your intuition. You have a good one. You really do. And I think you need to not second guess yourself. I think a lot of people go wrong when they second guess themselves. And I think you do that a little bit. So it's time for you to stop doing that. You have wonderful ideals. You're a wonderful person. And I personally am glad I've got to meet you. And I got to be a part of your world as well as you're a part of mine. And I love this card. It is the Grand Lux. Eleanor had asked me if I had this deck, and I do. And I've taught a lot of tarot classes, and I've given this deck away because it's a super easy read. And you really can't tell whether it's upside down or not, or reverse or straight up. But this one, Gina, was straight up. So you have a good intuition. And I think you need to start listening to it more. And no second guessing. And you have wonderful ideals. I love your ideals. So keep on passing them up and working on them and doing them. And you're going to go far. I really think you're going to go far. I do. Anybody else? So I know you guys, I don't know if y'all heard when I first got on here about Sammy, the cat that adopted us. The mean cat that growls and hisses and bites and scratches. But I still feed him. And I still like him a lot. He's a little orange cat, ginger cat. And he was laying outside, just like laying there. It was super hot. So I thought maybe he was just hot. So he let me pick him up. I was like, Sammy, you never let me pick you up. You barely let me pet you. He used to follow me around the property all over the place, so like he was my protector or something. But he let me pick him up, and I picked him up and I brought him in the house. I thought maybe he was hot, but I don't know. I hope he's okay. Maybe I should do a reading on Sammy. Is he okay? Or did I already do that? I don't know. No, he's not going to be okay. Hurts my heart, but I guess if it's his time to go, it's his time to go. I'll have to find me a new protector that watches out for me around the property, I guess. If he has to go, I guess I need to give him permission to go. Anybody else? Thank you. I think he's not a very young cat. He was out here when Festus and I first moved here, and Kevin, and I think he's about Festus's age, maybe a little older. I don't know. But he didn't look good. He didn't look good. Yeah, I can. I'll do that. I'll be right back. I am worried about him. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard him hiss or growl or anything. But I'll go check on him. I'll be right back. Y'all enjoy the quilt. He's still laying on the couch where I put him. He's still breathing. I petted him. He didn't hiss at me or anything. And I felt and heard a little purr. And he's just laying there. He feels a little colder. At least he's not hot like he was outside. And maybe it's just heat exhaustion. I don't know. He's a furry little thing. So, he might be just hot. But he's laying there. He's still with us. So that's good. I just want him to be his spunky old self, So he's so cute. I should have took y'all with me, but I need to see my messy house. So, he's laying on the Bills blanket. Even though he's an orange cat, he's like, go Bills. Maybe he'll help them whip themselves into shape if he goes on the other side, crosses that rainbow bridge and says, hey, Bills, let's go. That was an extreme close-up. So anyway, I hope you guys got to enjoy the quilt and my horoscope scarf here behind me. So, yeah, I hope so. I heard that cats purr to heal. Yeah, and they try to heal you by purring on you. I do, and I just saw that in the a drawer the other day, and I tried to give him some water earlier, and I will try again and see if he will take it. He wouldn't drink it, and I put it on my finger and like rubbed it on his mouth, and he didn't lick it or anything. So I'm not sure what's going on with him. I'm hoping that he's feeling comfortable and stuff. So, you know what? I'm going to do this. I am going to take him and take you guys with me and show you the Sammy. I'll show him to you guys. We'll have a cat sighting, as the twins would say. And I am so thankful for the twins that they helped us get together. Some of us, anyway. We are coming out of my reading room and walking through my house here, which you guys will see my messy office here in the background. Yeah, messy. And you get to see little Lily right there. There's little Lily. And she was up there checking on him. And he is right here on my couch. This is Sammy. Hi, Sammy. Okay. Oh. This is Sammy. He usually fusses at me when I pet him. But he's been laying here for, well, before I got on the, I don't know if you guys can see him. He's kind of a big guy. He's been laying here for the last hour or so. Like, yeah, he's been laying here for the last hour or so. So hopefully he'll be all right. He's still breathing. You can see his breathing. It's all right, Sammy. But I think I am going to go and do as Gina T suggests and maybe try to give him a little bit of water with this syringe. Like a animal syringe that you give him medicine with. But anyway, thank you guys for caring about Sammy and sending him positive energy. I appreciate that. And I hope everybody has the rest of their day is wonderful. And I hope that Sammy does what he needs to do. If it's go to the Rainbow Bridge and go play with Festus, that's cool. And if not, you know, he gets to stay here with me, and that's cool too. And he can fuss at me all he wants to. I'll still love him anyway. But anyway, you guys stay mystical, and talk to you tomorrow on Horoscope Sunday. Bye.